Released in 1982 for the Atari video computer system, Chopper Command was Activision's attempt to ape the overall playstyle of perennial Williams arcade classic Defender. You control a helicopter charged with the mission of protecting the convoy of trucks from airborne minicopters and airplanes that seem to have been ripped from another Activision Atari game. I can't quite put my finger on it. Anyway, you fly a chopper and you shoot down other planes and choppers while defending the convoy. Once you clear the current wave, you move on to the next wave, where everything moves a bit faster. When enemy shots are fired, they have a tendency to float for a bit before splitting into two shots that fly up and down respectively. More often than not, these shots will pick your convoy off truck by truck, and once your entire convoy is wiped out, you lose. I guess. I never had my convoy wiped out. I usually die before that happens. Yeah, Chopper Command is no slouch in terms of skill level, as speed picks up at alarming rates each wave you progress. But the other thing to take into account is the momentum of your helicopter. Control over your chopper isn't stop and go. You gain speed when flying in a direction, and you gradually slow down when you stop moving or switch directions. So you have to take this momentum into account when planning your attack, because you may wish to switch directions to avoid incoming bogeys, but you still got that momentum pushing you the other way and potentially into certain death. This is where the radar at the bottom of the screen comes in handy, and that helps. Somewhat. Chopper Command isn't entirely merciless though. Your chopper is armed with a turret that shoots a colossal screen-sized laser beam, and you can even hold down the button for rapid fire action. The difficulty switch toggles the rate of fire, so you could go for a sweet Gatling gun laser thing, or a slow firing laser thing, which means being more precise with your shots. You could play 2-player alternating, and there's an additional game mode that basically starts off on a higher level of difficulty and everything moves super fast or something. Much like a good number of Activision-produced VCS games, Chopper Command looks pretty good. Sure, you got the basic vehicle designs of a single color, and I'm fairly certain I've seen these other aircraft before, possibly raiding rivers or something. Anyway, setting that aside, the setting is pretty decent. You've got that classic sunset horizon in the background that's prevalent in a number of Activision games, but the desert terrain and mountainous background is also pretty good given their simplicity, and the color choice kinda helps too. The scrolling is smooth, the little radar on the bottom of the screen is functional, and flicker is almost non-existent. All in all, it's a nice looking game. Sound effects are fine, with the constant droning of your helicopter being consistently low-key and not annoying. Your weapon sounding particularly powerful, and the sound even alternates between the two variations of laser. And the rest of the sounds, well, they're just there. Overall, Chopper Command is a rather serviceable offshoot of Defender in terms of gameplay, and it does a fine job of retooling that style of play in its own way. The game plays well once you get a feel for the controls, the presentation is top notch, and there's a good hearty challenge to be found here. Chopper Command is another in the long line of great Activision games on Atari, and one worth checking out if you haven't already.